she wants to move to China.
Yes, I plan to go.
Okay. So yeah.
Ask away.
Why?
Why China? Because I was always interested in Asian countries, and that was why I chose Denmark. Because I knew they have this program, and it was the best possibility I got how to get to China. Because it's difficult to get there without visas. So yeah, that was the best option because you get visas for 2 years. It's often time to study language, see the culture, and learn more about their like history and stuff. So that's why.
Do you speak Chinese already?
I do speak. I have level HSK4 now, but it takes time and dedication to speak Chinese. It takes a lot of time. The first year we had only Chinese classes, so you have time to get used to the language, but it was not enough. It is not enough to learn Chinese. You have to continue yourself.
But the first year here you got Chinese or in China?
No, in China we got Chinese. It's possible to have Chinese classes, but again, it's something just for beginners to learn the vowels and how they write. But that's not enough. I basically stopped after a few months because it was just a lot to keep up with school and the Chinese lessons. So I started in China.
Okay, so you got like bachelor from China.
Yeah.
In Tapa.
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because that's part of my program. I have to come back to Denmark.
So you
after.
want to go to you want to make master up?
I just want to make a remark because we had the program like this, Euro-Asia. We had 2 modes.
Yeah.
2 plus 2,
Yeah.
that's what we have now. So 2 years in Denmark, 2 years in China. That's what we have now. But Veronica,
Yes.
when she started, she had another option.
1
1 plus 2 plus 1.
Okay.
So her mode of teaching was 1 year here at the AP degree, then she moved to China for 2 years, and then she had to come back to us to finish the
Okay,
top of
yes.
bachelor.
I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry.
It's alright, no, that's why
If I am a student and I want to come to study in Denmark, and then I made a research, and then I found that there is universities, university colleges, and academies, and then I would think that there is a hierarchy, and these academies are low in the quality. It's a mindset for the novice student who's doing a research, and I need to sit with him, and I need to tell him, look, this is a more cooperative or more realistic education. What would you, as a student, give a word, because it's a mindset for the student. It's not our mindset. It's from your own perspective. What should be spoken to the student?
I really can answer the question.
So I think that I'm the most good here to answer the question because I had the same mindset at universities. Like it's a better when you think of a degree that you're getting because it's not written like business academy but it's university. That's why after I graduated here with an AP degree, I decided to continue my bachelor at university. And here, like, because at the AP degree here we have a much more practical approach. You work in groups. You don't develop just your business skills, but you also develop your personality skills, your team working skills. You develop much more skills than just the ones that are like in your education. So that's when I moved to Aarhus. I studied here at Aarhus University, which is one of the best universities in Denmark. I studied there for half a year, and I was just going to class to an auditorium. The teacher was coming. He was just presenting, no questions asked, no homework, no nothing, and then I just had to go to my exam. I was really missing because the business world is basically you have to know how to collaborate. You have to know to work with different people with different ideas. So that's why I decided to move here. And I definitely recommend like academies rather than universities in Denmark because it's a much more practical and yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have one question. Let's go outside the studies and please tell us what you do during your free time.
I can also tell them when you left school
What's
yesterday.
happening in Kolding?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
So it depends on what your interests are, but for example, I am, because I want to develop outside of my university, but at the same time I want to improve my skills in business. So IBA offers us the possibility of being part of the international team, international business team. So yesterday I left university at 2 a.m. and I had classes today at 8, so that was fun. But I decided to do it because, for example, I'm in my free time, I also work, I also like have like hobbies and stuff. And I'm part of the case team. What the case team actually represents is it means that you have a project, you have 4 people that you have to work 3 times a week, and you just it's like extracurricular, but it just develops your skills. And then you apply for different competitions in different parts of the world. So when we are gonna travel and we are gonna compete against other universities. So my classmates, we don't have the possibility to do that. I have the possibility to do that. My classmates, we are competing against our classmates, right? We are competing against each other, but I compete against other people from other parts of the world. This is what I do. I don't know what others are doing.
Free time. What do you do in your free time?
Well, I go to gym. I'm maybe planning to buy a bike, so to move around Kolding, because I have to say that the transportation here is quite expensive. So bike is the best option for a student. And meet up with friends. There are a lot of good cafes here with games.
What about nightlife?
Excuse me?
Nightlife. How is nightlife?
Nightlife.
I forgot
I
to
don't-
get night people. They're sleeping now. I'm sorry. I don't have a party.
We do go out. We don't go out that often because we don't have time. But we have clubs here. And the last Friday, for example, IBA organized for us the most amazing party that I've been to in Denmark. It was the grand opening party at IBA. It was around 250 students, and it was so fun to see how the rector, how your teachers are giving you cocktails, are making cocktails. So.
Oh yeah, for those who missed the last Friday at the party, you will never guess who were serving students beer.
Yeah.
Rector.
Yeah. So it was definitely a view. Yeah.
What days the nightlife downtown? You can but it's not like in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
But there's something going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But it's not.
There is a lot of people partying. Yeah, when I can say I was a student as well, so I can say. We have some people that I was asking them how are you surviving, guys. We all know those party people. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday they go out. We have like beer pong tournaments in the city. We have 3 clubs, 3 factional clubs, but which means that you will meet all your friends there. You don't have to run around through the city to find them around. You know that if they're not in this one, then they're in another one, and so on. But
When you found one girlfriend, you cannot have another one.
but you can put them in 3 different clubs and then run around.
This is the default of the small city.
I mean, from what you have said so far, right? You chose academy because of practical. Why Kolding of all the cities? Why is this city? Why most of you choose to come here? Why not Copenhagen? If I landed in 7th largest city, why other place? Why here?
I honestly think since I moved to Aarhus, since I was living in Aarhus for half a year, and it's like the second biggest city of Denmark, I chose to come back to Kolding because first of all the prices here for them are not that expensive. As an international student, that's something that we have to consider because the prices in Copenhagen or in Aarhus is quite more expensive for the same room that you have. And also here, as Ala mentioned, for example, when you go out in Aarhus or when you go out in Copenhagen, you're just you and the person that you go out here. But now here, when you walk on the street and because it's such a small city, everyone, you have a more social person. You always are gonna meet your friends, people that your friends of your friends, so you can. It's much easier to have like a bigger group. It's much easier to socialize in a smaller city than to socialize in a bigger city. At least for me. That's why I chose.
Maybe we should also hear. Why would you choose Kolding?
The thing that I also find the big advantage compared to a bigger city is also because everything is together, like your apartments all are very close to the campus. I have to walk only 5 minutes. When I was in Belgium, I had to ride my bike for 20 minutes, so that's a very big advantage for me. Also to just come together to do group works and stuff. And also, I think another advantage is you don't have like a lot of tourists here. You feel more like an inhabitant than a tourist. When you're surrounded by international tourists from everywhere, you feel like a visitor more, I think.
Is that the same also for?
Yes, I came here with my family, so it's like everything is so near that I don't have to rush for everything. So everything is quite near. Everything is like 15 minutes walk. So it's very easy for me to handle my family and my study as well. And moreover, the campus is open and we can come anytime over here and study. It's just 5 minutes walk from my house, so that's why Kolding is a quiet place. It's good for student to concentrate on studies.
Yeah, that's okay. Which is now. I mean, you're an international student. Like, I mean, we work with international students that we take abroad. But why don't you look at opportunities in the bigger cities as an international student? Because most of them want to ask you, when I'm in a bigger city, I have opportunity, or maybe I want to work during holiday and all that. Do you have that here?
We have some opportunities of work as well, but the thing is, my priority is right now is to study. So secondary thing is like to earn. I have my backup, so it's prefer to I'll pay attention to my studies first of all.
No,
I'll take the degree. Okay.
But it's a general question, and it's quite a relevant question. What are the opportunities to have
You can
spare
always
time
move
work?
to a new.
Some have spare time
Yes,
work.
many students are working over here. They are doing part-time jobs. Yes.
We have some big manufacturing companies, some supermarkets, they have logistical centers, so students get jobs.
Where do you work?
I work in another city. I work because I just prefer the job that I have in another city, but I also have a job here. I have 2 jobs. So you have a lot, and all my classmates, we are in the national class, so we all kind of need, we need to support ourselves financially, so all of us are working, like 100% everybody from my class.
What do you work?
Well, here in Kolding I work in a warehouse, but in another city I work as a waitress. It's quite easy to find jobs, you just have to be more open, you have to socialize, you have to, because I found my jobs for other people, because they wanted to switch jobs, this is how you find jobs, you don't just apply online, you have to socialize.
I have one question to all of you, like who wishes to answer. What was the hardest, most demanding, most challenging moment or problem that you faced during an application or moving here or during your studies? Like something what was really the rock bottom of your student life?
Language is the main barrier for us. Language is the main barrier for us. Other things are quite easy for us because everything gets sorted out in a month. But just the language for me is just the language.
Maybe also getting used to the new system because I'm from Slovakia and we do not have the same system. It's all, we have to learn the theory and basically no application. So that was quite rough for me in the beginning, but you can get used to it, of course. Yeah, for me also sometimes the group work is really hard when you're missing the communication, but
Yeah, sorry, I mean, lastly, maybe I will disturb you. Like from what you said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because with your interaction with different people, it helps you to get, job during holiday and all that. Is the language a barrier? Must you speak Danish?
I don't speak Danish, and I got a job in the first 2 months after I moved here. And of course, you can get a better job if you speak Danish. For example, I can never work as a restaurant manager, even though I already have a degree, because I don't speak Danish, which is understandable. You also cannot work in my country if you don't speak my country's language. But it's still much more open compared to other countries when you go to Europe. You cannot get, for example, a job as a waitress in Spain or something. But here in Denmark, you can, as long as you show that you are eager to learn Danish, you are eager to work with Danish people, we are fine with it. Yeah.
How about the accommodation actually? Like, is it easy to find here? Because sometimes, like in some places, it's difficult to find. I'm not sure, like whether IBA has own, accommodation system or not. Is it easy to find out?
Student calling where we can apply for accommodation.
Okay.
We have to choose what type of room we need and in which area, and it approximately gives you you get a room in a month. You get everything.
But was it easy for you? I mean, does it, any of you have problems?
Yeah, there's the problem. I mean, was it easy, like when you were coming from your home country, was it easy for you to find out?
But yes, it's very easy. There are many Facebook pages over there as well, and if you don't find accommodation right, like when you arrive here, you can search it on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they are very quick to give the accommodation. Yes.
For all of you?
Yeah, I also used student clothing. The only thing was that it wasn't furnished, but there are also a lot of second-hand hand shops here in town. And also I ordered some furniture from IKEA, which you can just get delivered. They even brought it up to my room, which is very easy.
Is there any specific website where international students they can find out their accreditation?
Student Kolding. Student Kolding.
Okay.
We will get the presentation right after the
Alright,
meeting.
okay, thank you.
About the master programs, like why did you choose to do it in Denmark? And here especially, or
For me, I was looking, I wanted to do another master with a more focus on international business to deepen my knowledge. And I wanted to do it in a Scandinavian country because I like those countries, like the environment and things. And there aren't a lot of one-year programs. And then I found IBA and I saw it had a lot of focus on international business. There are also a lot of international students, so you get to know a lot of cultures. And it's really another perspective you get to look at business, and I really like that.
Even I feel like yes, IBA is teaching more practically. Like in our country, it's just a theoretical exams. Like they just tell us how to do it, and then your exams are there. But here they do presentations, which is like very good for us to increase our skills and everything. So yes, that's why.
Have you been to company visits already?
Yes, we have.
Where did you go?
I went to Linak, which makes like the electrical parts to move hospital beds or tables, and also to Elim Wind Power, which makes windmill, the blades of it, for the whole world. Those were very interesting, could ask some questions, and it was very nice. They also provided some foods and drinks. Yeah, it was.
It's important for students.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, don't laugh, Peter. That's for you.
another question to all of you, that what are your future plans? Like, do you want to stay in Denmark, or do you want to go to another country, not or return to something like, how do you see the perspective? Well, to me, I would like to go to China again, because after 25 million city that Shanghai is, I feel this is too small for me. But it's just my perspective. I don't want to start my family anytime soon, so I would like to experience something like mega city that Shanghai is.
I am going to return to Belgium and find a job there, but maybe in the future I might return to Denmark. But then I would like first get to know the language, because then you can feel more at home. Because I'm pretty comfortable here, but it's not like home because you don't know the language. That's why I would go back home, and also because of my family and my girlfriend.
Friends? Wow. You are friends? Okay, then I will go.
What would be the best option for you to learn the language? For example, the world has become very open now. You can use mobile applications, internet, websites, and but what would be the best advice for a newcomer to learn the language?
Here, IBA is working in collaboration with Språkskolan, which is like a language school in Kolding, and if you pay a deposit, you can just learn Danish. You literally, it's like school, it's a language school, and it's not that much. And if you pass your exam, you get your deposit first. So it's really pushing us to try, because if we don't pass, then we lose a lot of money. So I think it's really good. Yeah.
So they made a deposit and you get the money back if you pass it.
So it's basically for free. I think
It used to be,
Not
but you
initially,
pay now.
but yeah.
you pay now, and but like some part of the deposit you're getting it back. Yeah. Not all of it, but like 75%.
I would say half of the international students in the BA and masters, they do go to language
Yes.
school, as a all school. And if you pass level 1, 2, 3, you'll be able to talk enough to sit and have a dialogue with them.
Even there is a one church over here, and they teach Danish language for free of course.
That's very good.
As well.
Can you guys share apartments with somebody, or you all live alone?
You can share partners, but they have to release you.
Yeah, Teresa, you live.
I live with my boyfriend, yeah, so we're
So even if you come with a family member, then one of them who lives in a certain apartment has to be a student, and another one has to be on the list. But well, student Kolding will explain also more. in Denmark there's a certain like square meters per person. I had a case in the summer that 3 girls wanted to live together in a student apartment, but it was 34 square meters, and they couldn't get apartment and they didn't know why, because it doesn't allow them. Because then it has to be, I don't know how many meters per person has to be.
15.
Yeah,
Like it was 44.
Probably. I don't know in Denmark, but I mean that's, it needs to be good living conditions, not like they sleep in like that.
So all of them were students.
Yes, of course, but they wanted, 3 of them wanted to leave, but then they needed to choose the biggest apartment possible to get an offer. They were asking why they couldn't get an offer, because there are too many people for 2 small apartments. But you can ask them about it when they come. But yeah.
But you can be creative. You can sleep. I know somebody sleeping on the couch doing Monday to Thursday. Then they live in Copenhagen otherwise, and they pay a small fee to stay over with some friends. Because maybe they work in Copenhagen. There are many jobs there, and then they take lessons here during the week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a distance.
Yeah, but if you sleep over, you save the money for transportation. Otherwise, that would eat up everything you earn during your trip.
Yeah,
It's very
because
expensive.
the train monthly ticket for train from Copenhagen and back is going to cost you as much as the rent here in Kolding.
Yeah, 4,000 a month.
But there's an opportunity to travel cheaper. There's this app called Go More. It's like if somebody's going by car, they can just offer a place.
Yeah, but every day to do it.
It's of course not when you need. It's when they drive.
Yeah.
Even
But it's like
we can get the orange ticket. That is also cheaper one.
Yeah, but to pedal from Copenhagen, spend 6 hours a day.
Yes, it's.
We recommend you to tell students to settle in the vicinity or in Kolding, because from a learning point of view, it's crazy to live in Copenhagen when everything is going on here, coursework, group work, after hours, for example, and then they miss out on that. So we have that is as an issue in our classes, that some are leaving for Copenhagen, while those in Kolding, they can work all night and evening and be easy.
Do you have any more questions? Or?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay.
The questions coming from me, but do you have any Danish friends?
I don't.
I don't, but the first year we had some Danish people in our group that also went to China. But recently I don't. But do you have any kind of meeting point or somewhere where you can, I don't know, meet
Yes,
Danish?
where I'm living, there are many Danish students who are living over there. So like in weekend, they come out, sit outside, so we'll also go and have some conversation. But yes, they know English, so
And
it's
also
easy for us.
IBA organizes Friday Talk, which is super popular to Danish people, not so much to international people. So after classes around, like it starts at 4, Danish people, we just go in there and drink, and you just go and socialize. You have a beer. You can
Where
have
is
tea.
this Friday bar?
It's in the Kongressen, in the first floor.
Oh.
Yeah. And Kongressen is also open 24/7 for students. So if you go here, you just
We can
use
go
special
there after
code.
lunch.
Yeah. And there are a lot of things.
But plus there are all the activities, for example, you can do IBA sports, there's IBA culture life.
We went through it.
You will meet with students that way.
It's just downstairs where we eat.
We can go after lunch. I can show you that room.
Could be nice.
But you can meet through all the other activities.
But now they do projects, like I said, they do projects together.